Alright guys, welcome back to Final Fantasy II. I managed to fight my way back to the first floor of Kushan Keep, and I did discover that hitting enemies with the Ancient Sword pretty much negates their armor and allows other allies to bypass it. So the Adamantoys, whatever they're called, were pretty much a breeze once I figured that out. Maria went down, unfortunately, but Furion and Guy were able to fight their way back down to the bottom of the keep, and we are here to collect the Sunfire. Okay, the Sunfire passes to Eagle's Torch, and we are ready to get the hell out of here. So I believe that's Cid's airship that is being chased by the Dreadnought right now. And I don't understand how that's supposed to work, because I feel like all that would do would just crush the enemy ship. It's not going to be good for capturing it. You're going to like grab onto the back, the metal claw's just going to break through the wood, and then the ship's going to fall apart. Like, you might as well just shoot them out of the sky at that point. So if you travel directly south of Kushan Keep, you run into the Chocobo Forest. And this is the first time Chocobos come into play in Final Fantasy. They will be around for the rest of the games. Playing a pretty big role in a few of them. Got the little Chocobo theme playing in the background there. And while we're running around on the Chocobo, we cannot get attacked by anything. Monsters will leave us alone. We're free to explore the world map as much as we please. And I am going to take this opportunity to run back to a town so we can heal up. And I feel like if I'm going to run back to any town, I might as well just run back to Altair, because we can report the success, I suppose, of our mission. I mean, we succeeded in getting the item, but, I mean, it cost us Joseph, which sucks. Oh, I guess we can't get the Chocobo back over that way, huh? That sucks. Okay, if we get off the Chocobo here, will it, yeah, it'll just run all the way back to the forest. That's unfortunate. We also can't use Cid's airship to fast travel anymore, because as we just saw, it was getting chased down by the Dreadnought. I know the Chocobo is very useful for getting directly to the Dreadnought with the Sunfire, but we are way too beat up from our adventure to head directly to the next dungeon. Oh. My bad. Run directly out of town there. As you pray, a warm light suddenly envelops you, and a voice overflowing with compassion rings in your ears. Soul that wanders in death, return now from that distant land where sorrow and darkness hold sway. So Gordon and Maria are back. Oh, actually, let's throw some more mithril gear on Gordon. Give him a little bit more defense there. $376 for the night is pretty pricey, but I think we have like $50,000, so we're pretty good. And Hilda's not here, which is not good, because that is who we were going to report to. The princess felt badly about always sending you out on such dangerous assignments. She thought the least she could do was meet you at Kushan Keep on Cid's airship. So that means Princess Hilda was on Cid's airship. Please, please rescue my daughter, which we saw getting attacked, but presumably captured by the Dreadnought. So now we have to go rescue Princess Hilda and Cid and destroy the Dreadnought. So we've got quite the important task ahead of us for this episode. Guess I should travel by river just so we don't run into enemies every few steps. I believe that's Finn, and where we want to go, I think, is northwest of it. I never feel safe wandering around the world map in this game. Whoa. That sounds buggy as hell. It looks like we're just better off attacking our way through these guys. Oh, I don't like how buggy this is, though. Maybe it's just because of the number of sprites that are on the field right now is causing it to causing the audio to glitch out like that. Ooh, yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm sorry, guys. No one wants to hear that crap. I forget how to use the world map in this game. Probably should have talked to that circle of old guys who tell you how the game works. Okay, ambushed by a land turtle. So we are kind of heading in the right direction. We're fighting enemies comparable to what we were just facing in our previous dungeon. Man, I don't know why the audio's bugging out so badly. Okay, no, that's too horrible. I am going to see if it keeps... Yeah, it seems to keep happening, eh? Okay, I'm gonna try to fix that, guys. Hold on for one moment. Back, guys. I restarted my whole system. Basically ran around, continuing up the path northwest for about 3 minutes. Haven't had any problems with any battle I fought in those 3 minutes. Everything seems to be flowing fine. Nothing's lagging. Nothing's skipping around. So let's hope it stays that way. I'm playing this on a pretty old, well, recording this on a pretty old piece of shit laptop. So, I think this laptop's like 7, 8 years old. So, maybe running OBS on it is just too much for it for extended periods of time. But yeah, everything seems to be better now on my end. When I watched back that first part of this video, which sadly I'm going to have to keep in because I save stated it when I went to check what was wrong, which meant, well, like I saved it before I turned it off, like shut everything down, right? So I have to keep that buggy crap in the beginning where I got the chocobo and we found out Hilda was missing. And honestly, it looked worse watching it back than it was when I was playing it. So I'm really sorry about that, guys. But we are here. We're at the Dreadnought. Hopefully, we don't run into that issue again. This is a pretty long dungeon, if I'm remembering it correctly. And yeah, this... let's just forget about that. Move on with the dungeon. Hopefully, everything goes well from here on out. Well, what do you want? And if we show him the pass we found earlier, he should just let us through without a fight. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Welcome aboard. Well, it's time for the next watch, if you'll excuse me. Okay. So if we talk to these guys, we'll have to fight them. I don't think they're supposed to be impossibly tough, but they are tougher enemies. I think they're the ones that are still wandering around Finn. So basically, they're definitely higher tier enemies that you don't want to be fighting if you can avoid it. So great, now we're fighting upgraded versions of the were-rats. Because we know how much I love these guys. Now, if they paralyze instead of poison, that's not so bad. Because I'm weird and would rather have a character miss a turn than have constant damage done to me. Let's get Gordon to heal the party back up to full strength now that we're aboard the ship, which gets his cure ability up a little bit higher. And let's just check out what's down here. So I did throw the axe on Maria along with her sword because I want her to be stronger in more than just one weapon. Okay, coming down here had no purpose to it, at least for the time being. Maybe we'll get a key or something to that later. Oh, the blue ones are pretty tough. I want to start training Furion in a different weapon, but he's just so good with that mace now, I don't know if I can. At least not while we're doing a dungeon. I mean, I can run around in circles in the world map later. Ooh, were-panthers, that's awesome. Of course, wielding the were-buster, all these types of enemies are going to be very easy for Furion to take down now. Less so for the rest of the group. Wow, they do some solid damage too. Again, not that that's a terribly bad thing, because hopefully, yeah, Maria's HP and stamina increased from that hit. What do we got over here? 600 gil. Another big, stupid open space room. Ooh, got everyone with that blind. Luckily, Gordon still managed to hit him through it. Now we'll have to waste some magic. Healing up all this crap. So I haven't been doing any grinding whatsoever off screen for quite a few episodes now, technically. I played, like I said, 4 minutes of that matching minigame to try to get some money, and luckily I did really well on it. I was just taking my time with the recording off, so was able to win a few rounds with very few guesses. But other than that, I haven't really done anything, so our spells are not as stacked up as they should be right now. If you look, they pretty much haven't changed since I forget what that, since like the snow plains, pretty much our spells haven't really changed at all. And even our weapon skills, I've been kind of sticking with the same weapons because obviously we've been scaling those weapons, and as we progress we want to be doing as much damage as we can. So after this I'm probably going to be doing some grinding just in terms of getting some of the stuff that's fallen behind. Like, I don't think I've had Maria go barehanded fighting since Minwoo was in the party. So yeah, it's just stuff like that. I'll get those skills scaled up again to match what the rest of the group's at. Hey, nice one, Gordon. Mage's Staff, Scourge Tome? Is that what that was called? Oh. You know what? I'm not even concerned about these things anymore. Ooh, Thieves' Gloves. They enhance agility. Let's give them to Maria, because she will be doing a lot of our healing, and I would rather our healer... I forget if agility is how fast they attack in a turn, or how well they dodge attacks, but in either case, I want our healer to be able to avoid damage and go first, if possible. And Furion usually starts each round off, so I don't feel like he needs the agility boost. And as much as it would be nice to give it to Guy, he's not really our biggest damage dealer at the moment. Got a new bow for Gordon to start using in the back line there. A bow that can plunge its target into darkness. Perfect. That's actually a really cool weapon. Shoot your opponent, make them less accurate. Nice. feel really bad that I'm not really raising any of Furion's skills here. Hey, look who it is. Furion, I meant to meet you at Kushan Keep, but things didn't go as planned. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming to rescue me. Is that all you gotta say? Let's save the thanks. Let's save the thank yous for later. You find the engine and toss the Sunfire. I got it. I'm gonna get the airship ready to take off, and I don't plan on waiting around long. Alright. So Sid's gonna prepare the escape ship. Hilda will leave with him. And we are able to focus on merely destroying the, sorry guys. We're going to be able to focus on merely destroying the ship. Alright, screw this. We'll heal outside of battle. Damn it, guys. Maria's like my best character. Stop preventing her from attacking you. I just feel like the swords are better weapons in this game than the other weapons. So the fact that she has so much skill with swords makes her more useful than the others. How is Guy's Cure? Oh, Guy's Cure spell isn't that bad. I was expecting it to be quite lower than Maria and Furion's. I didn't realize the blue ones were that tough. Actually, I'm not sure if we can go... I thought maybe now that we saved them, we had to go back to that other room, but that just had a chest in it. That wouldn't be the way to go. No, that's just more treasure chests. Ooh, jeez. Ambushed by werepanthers, that's not good. Alright, let's take these guys out. And Furion aside, no one can take these things out. We got here high potion and a regular potion. So not really anything that was worth coming here for. Whoops, didn't mean to change the spell slot. And throw some cures around. So the problem I'm running into with these dungeons is I waste so much time trying to figure out where to go that I end up wearing out my characters too much. I doubt it'll do much, but might as well let Guy get a thunder in here. Yeah, no, that wasn't even worth it. I was hoping it would do a little bit more than that. Okay, this seems like where we want to be headed. Floor 3. Excellent. Oh. You lagging on me again here? Damn, what the hell is up with that mine? Just didn't want to go down. So clearly the mithril weaponry is not cutting it anymore at this point. Fourth floor. Oh, that didn't do enough that time. Oh, Berserk Tome, nice. Okay, let's just do away with these guys as fast as we can here. Ah, damn, okay. So yeah, my spells really need to, really need some work done on them. So I think Furion's Fire spell is my most powerful spell right now. And, that is not cutting it right here. That or maybe those stunner things are just really resistant to fire and I picked a bad spell to use on them. Okay, I think I'm remembering this guy right. Alright, so there's the main gauche, trident. Let's grab this item over here, the Giant's Helm. Throw the Giant's Helm on our man Fury in here. And, alright. We got an Ice Shield, and this is a monster in the box that I remember being particularly difficult. I'm gonna attack that guy. Or actually, you know what? Why not? Oh, damn it, I didn't want to fire both. Okay. Fire on the Giant only. As well as Blizzard and Thunder. And Gordon should be able to kill that soldier on his own in one hit. So this Hillgigus is very resilient to physical attacks. Moderately weak to magic. Not like, he's not weak to it, it just does decent average damage to him. Alright, that's the soldier gone. Let's hit him with another wave of magic, and hopefully that'll be the end of him. This guy can hit for over like 200-300 damage, so I do want to try to take him out as fast as I can. And there we go. Perfect. I was worried for nothing. So Maria's intelligence increases. Alright, so before, when I walked up here, I picked up the main gauche, and the entire game just started lagging for me as I tried to, like, step towards the other treasure chests. So, I quit, I started recording fresh again. I'm gonna just clip all this together, but just so you guys know how much of a pain in the ass this episode is being for me, it is in 4 separate parts recorded right now, because it just keeps... I don't know, the game just keeps glitching, it keeps lagging, the audio breaks apart, like the in-game audio, which then it just sounds horrible. As you guys can tell from the beginning of this video, because unfortunately I'm gonna have to keep that footage in of just absolute garbage. It's like skipping frames as I'm walking. The whole thing was just falling apart. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I'll try to get it better from here on out. I'm just going to focus on trying to finish this episode first, though. Make sure I get it out to you guys. And then hopefully for the next one, everything will be flowing much smoother. Okay, 5th floor of the Dreadnought. And these assholes are going to be blocking our way in different directions. Hopefully we don't have to fight any of them to find our way around. Although maybe they would be like shortcuts if we did. I don't want to fight any of the knights that are standing around, because I'm pretty sure they're even tougher than the Hillgigus is supposed to be, so... Let's try to just avoid these guys. Well, avoid fighting those guys. Ambushed by another pack of stunners. falling apart on me again, game. Alright, Maria's axe skill went up. I think we have to go up here. Can I just run from you guys? You're getting really obnoxious with your encounter rate. Yeah, there we go. Nope, looks like we can't go anywhere that way. You're actually gonna make me walk all the way around the room, aren't you, game? Oof. Hit with sleep, so that's not fun. But it only affected Gordon, which is nice. I mean, would have been better if it affected no one, but... Casting Berserk... Oh, on his own guys. That's fine. I believe if I were to use Berserk on one of my guys, I would basically be unable to give commands to that character, but that character would be hitting way harder than they normally would. I'm not sure if there's a defense penalty in this game when it comes to berserking. I know there is for a lot of them, where your berserker does like double damage but takes double damage. Oh, and Gordon can use a little bit of healing after this fight. Hey, there we go. Got past those guys. Let's just come up here. I believe this is the engine. You see the Dreadnought's engine. And we have just the thing for that. Is it Eagle's torch, or do we actually... Yeah, we actually have Sunfire as a separate thing than the torch. So, you throw the Sunfire into the engine. What have you done? The engine! That voice. There's no time, Maria. The ship will blow up any minute. We have to get to Sid's airship. Oh, thank God I don't actually have to control them through this. I don't trust my sense of direction enough to be able to run my way back through the ship before a timer goes off. Wow, they're actually showing them run, well, not the whole path, but up and down each floor, which is pretty funny. and we have destroyed the equivalent of the Death Star, which more or less puts us at the end of like the first part of this game. If you want to see this game as having three arcs to it, this is definitely the end of the first arc. Because pretty much since the game started, we were hearing about a Dreadnought. Let's take everything off this guy, because I know he's about to leave our party for a little while. But yeah, so despite all the devastation it's caused, the Dreadnought is destroyed. And we are back. Safe and sound. Hilda's safe. Sid got away with his airship. Unfortunately, things aren't looking so hot for our king. Gordon, Minwoo, and Furion, I have one last request to ask each of you. Please listen carefully. Gordon, you've grown so strong. I want you to lead our army. Do all you can to help Hilda. My liege, I swear it on my very life. Minwoo, you know of the legend that speaks of an ultimate magic. It's been sealed away, and the seal may only be broken when the world stands at the brink of destruction. I believe that time has come. Do you agree? I do. The time to break the seal binding the Ultima Tome is upon us. Furion, I would have you go to Deist, home of the Dragoons. I was told that all the Dragoons were slain in an attack by the Empire, yet I refuse to believe there could be no survivors in so noble a group. If we are to stand against the might of the Empire, I am convinced we will need the Dragoons and their wyverns. If you combine your efforts, the day of our victory will come. This I ask of each of you. Take care of Hilda. Your Majesty. We should save our tears for another time. This guy really has grown. We must carry out the king's last wishes. We each have our duties. Let us go fulfill them. Jesus. So now Gordon's sitting in this chair. When the Emperor first moved against Deist, we dismissed the attack as a mere skirmish. But the Emperor feared the power of the Dragoons. He meant to wipe them out. We'll learn that word and ask him about them. Some say the Dragoons can speak the language of the wyverns. If you go to Deist, you may find wyverns that yet live. A wyvern would make for a most potent ally. You should visit the port of Paloom and seek out a ship to take you to Deist. So we have our next quest from Gordon, leader of the rebel army. Sadly, our king has fallen. Yeah, so that pretty much set up what I consider like the second huge arc of the game. Oh, here's Hilda, just laughing like a psycho. So I'm sure nothing suspicious happened while she was captured by the enemies. And yeah, so that pretty much sets up the second part. Minwoo's gone off to get the Ultima Tome. Gordon will be leading the rebels while we are away trying to find out if any of the Dragoons and their wyverns happen to survive. I am going to try to fix the technical difficulties I've been having. I'm really sorry for that. I hope this episode was still really enjoyable. It is supposed to be like a big epic event, but there's no boss in that dungeon or anything, so hopefully it's not too bad with it being all choppy and everything. We got some good gear. The Dreadnought's destroyed. obviously, like, the Dark Knight's identity isn't, like, a really big secret, but Maria's starting to figure that crap out. Something's wrong with Hilda, and we are going to be sailing away from all these problems to the land of Deist to see if we can get a very powerful ally. And until next time, guys, I hope you have a great week. Take care.